Greg Collins, and we'll open it straight into questions.
Greg, we talked about this when Elliot and I were before practice yesterday. There just seems progress and progress and progress, and I felt like today's game there was progress even quarter by quarter. Do you feel the same way?
Well, there was certainly progress from the first quarter because that was awful. So the first quarter, it didn't look like we guarded anybody. And so we worked on that a lot. And I don't know if it's a little fatigue. We've got several kids that are under the weather. I don't know if it's, they've been under, it's finals week next week, and so a lot of them are trying to get a lot of projects and papers and things done and prepared for next week. So I don't know if that factors into it, but we weren't really locked in that first quarter, but we got better in the second quarter, and then we got a lot better in the third and the fourth quarter defensively, just making sure we were doing what we were supposed to do as a team.
SD, sort of what it was that clicked there before that big run, before halftime, so their coach called timeout and got in trouble. What was the conversations like in that huddle before they really got things going? It was about
really, they didn't want to talk to each other on defense to clear up, because you can't be perfect all the time on defense, or on offense, but you can fix mistakes if you work together, if you talk to each other. And so there were times that we were trying to guess what our teammate was doing instead of just saying, you've got that one, I've got this one, we're good. And so we talked about making sure we cleared that up. And then on the offensive end, I just said, look, we're not going to stop shooting layups, and we're not going to stop shooting free throws. So quit thinking about the one you just missed and focus on the one you're getting ready to make. And so we had to let go some of the negative thoughts that we were having about missing shots and focus on the next play. That's what great shooters do. Great shooters, Reggie Miller never worried about the last 6 shots he missed. He thought he was going to make the next 60. And so we had to focus on that. And so once we got redirected, I felt like, and then we were able to get some rebounds and get out in transition. And then this team's pretty good when we get out in transition.
You mentioned the illness part of things, just in trying to get more players involved, that everybody gets a good playing time. Did you see what you wanted to from that side of things?
Absolutely. I mean, you saw Ron play more. Kaylee seriously played a little bit more tonight, obviously, and so we need some of those kids to get minutes. We played, the schedule we played has not allowed us for a lot of kids to get some minutes outside of, a little shorter rotation. So it's good to get in some games where you can play some other players and they can get some experience and some minutes, because you're not going to get any better sitting on that bench. The only way to get better is get out there and play hard, make mistakes, and learn. And so it's good for those kids. I mean, it's not good for Sydney Bopp and Jalise Allen, who they're so sick they can't get out of their apartment right now. So, but it's good for the other young ladies to get in the game.
Greg, it was well documented during media day and before the season about Dee needing to see more of the way she played in spurts last season. Is she playing more consistently well, especially the last 4 or 5 games?
It'd be hard to play any more consistent than she's playing. And some of the most impressive things isn't just the shooting percentage or the points. Maybe the most impressive thing she does is she brings a high level of energy on the defensive end almost every possession. And I mean, she makes mistakes like everybody else does, but she, last year I'd say the great thing about Dee is she'll fly in there and get one spectacular rebound. And I said the bad thing about Dee is she'll fly in there and get one spectacular rebound. And so, but now she does that almost every possession. She's the one that kind of brings us a little bit of energy on that defensive end. And so we feed off of that. We need that so we can get out and get those balls and get out and get running.
We asked Alexis about kind of the long layoff in between games lately. How do you feel about going 8 days before playing your next game, and then there was 7 before this game? So
exactly, and part of the reason that we've scheduled Bellarmine to play today was to avoid even a longer layoff. The schedule just worked out in such a way is we kind of to fill the schedule late in the season. We didn't have a whole lot of flexibility, and I surely didn't want to go 14 or 13, 14 days. And so this is the best way. Bellarmine. I appreciate Coach Dugan come down and playing, because Bellarmine was able to play on this date, and that helped us to break up this long break in between our next game and our last game. So it's not a bad thing. It's not ideal, but given the schedule that we played in the first part of the month in November, this is good for us to get back in the gym, work on some fundamental stuff, some skill stuff. It's also great for the kids to be able to clean up some of the stuff they got to do academically and prepare for finals. So every year is different, and we'll make the most of it. And this is the cards that we have right now, and we're going to do the best we can with it.